Welcome to your community. This is your hometown. This is Walton Entertainment. This is where you can hear from the community and those making a difference. We explore topics, local festivals, arts and entertainment, and local news. For this program and much more, visit us online at yourlocalstream.com. That's yourlocalstream.com.
Hi, good morning. I'm Tisha Fenn with the Walton Youth Project, and I just wanted to fill you in on a couple of updates that our teens are working on. The Teen Advocacy Board, you may remember last time you saw me here, they were building a 3D printing project and working on some Star Wars helmets, Mandalorian masks. We have since moved that project into a collaborative effort with our partners at Youth Middle School, the 21st Century Communities in Schools. We're putting on a variety show using that Mandalorian cast. They're going to be our tech crew, and we're working with youth middle school students, our own teen advocacy board, high schoolers, our alumni board, and we even have one of our Walton Youth Project board members, Mitch Alligood, who's directing the show. It's going to be live streamed thanks to a grant that we received from the Walton Foundation in late March or early April. And the kids have been working on every aspect of this show. These middle schoolers have, with the help of our alumni director, Lauren Holly, they've designed a beautiful set and constructed it with the help of Graham Fenn, one of our alumni board members. He's opening the show as the MC, and the kids are doing individual skits and songs and little one-act productions to bring some really good entertainment to you guys. We have board members, Nora Griffin and Jacob Oates, who are helping with our tech crew and running our soundboard. And so you can see it's a real collaborative effort from the middle school level all the way up to adults to bring this live show to you guys. If you'd like to see some pictures and videos of our progress so far, please follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Walton Advocates and online at waltonadvocates.org. Thank you.
Hello, Walton County. I'm Jody Johnson. I'm here for another recreation report, and I'm happy to say that it feels like spring outside, which means people will want to get out and visit one of your local parks. One of the best ways to do that is go to our website at waltoncountyga.gov and go to find a park near you. You probably know where some of them are. They're probably close to one of your neighborhoods or one that you've been to athletically, but I would suggest you go and look, and you may see something that's a little different at some of the other parks. So I suggest you do that. If you are wanting to have any type of function, like a birthday party, family reunion, or just a get-together, I would also recommend you go ahead and reserve that. The cost to reserve a pavilion or things like that are $30, and they do book up fairly fast. So if you have a particular one in mind, make sure you do that. I also want to encourage you to go out and do some exercise at some of our nature trails, some of our paved walking tracks, and when the weather's not good, go inside. You can either buy a daily pass to go into our community centers where you can go on the indoor walking trail, or you can buy a membership, which is very, very affordable. For our families, it's $2 per week per family, and we prorate that throughout the year. So right now it's very inexpensive to join now through July, where we have some great Nautilus equipment. It's cleaned daily, or probably multiple times a day. We go down and wipe and spray down all our equipment, so you won't find a cleaner spot to go and exercise and stay healthy. Again, the outdoor walking tracks at Meridian, Criswell, all of these places, they're really good safe places to go and walk. We have them at Felker Park, also Criswell Park here in Monroe area. We're creating additional ones in between and at South Walton, so we'll have a lot of places for you to go walk, bike, exercise, skate, whatever you like to do. We'll have those for you. Our community center in South Walton is going up fairly quickly. The plumbing and the concrete slab, all of that is done, so they'll start erecting the concrete blocks here very soon, so it'll start taking shape and look like a community center. It's down right across the street from the South Walton Park, so that third community center will be built here in the next few months. Our splash park in between, we're waiting on warmer weather where they can pave the parking lot And once that's done, we'll probably open up somewhere around the 1st of May and have some type of grand opening on a weekend. And then once school's out, we'll have regular hours. We're still working out the details of what that will cost to get in. Again, most anything that we do here in Walton County is very inexpensive for families here in the Walton County area. So look for that. There will be some type of small charge just so we can pay the help to be out there to supervise and to make sure the chemicals and all that stuff stays clean. But we are looking forward to the splash park opening up in between. As soon as I have that date, probably by the next show, we'll start advertising that. There will probably be limited numbers, so we'll probably have to call for folks to be able to get in there those first few days, because we got a feeling that it'll be very well attended. But it's a very nice facility, and we're adding on additional things there as well, where we have the dog park that anybody can go to at no cost. We'll eventually have pickleball courts built there. We're in the process of getting those contracted out, and then of course the splash park and the concession building. So it's a nice, very nice park, and we're going to add additional things into the wooded area adjacent to it, where we'll have a frisbee golf course, another walking trail. So we'll have a lot of those things going on over there in between. So looking forward to a lot of great activity this spring. Our baseball opening day is coming up March 27th. So our baseball and softball and soccer seasons will all begin on that Saturday. So we're really hoping that the weather will continue to be in the 60s and the low 70s here for the next few weeks, so our teams can continue to practice out at Crystal Park, South Walton Park, and West Walton Park. Looking forward to getting all the kids out there and the coaches, and we've got a lot of kids participating. Nearly 1,800 kids signed up to play baseball, softball, soccer, and track and field this year. So we had a great turnout. Our staff's done a great job putting them all on teams, getting the uniforms ordered, and all of the activities are right on schedule and doing really well. Thanks to all the volunteers that go out and make all of that happen. We couldn't do any of it without the great coaches and mentors that we have that volunteer for our kids. So thank you for that. Our basketball, just to conclude, I know I talked about that last time. Our basketball season has nearly ended. Our 7 and 8-year-olds will be advancing to the state tournament here on March 6th and 7th, so they'll be playing in Tucker, Georgia for the Georgia Recreation Park State Championships. And then our 9 and 10s and 11 and 12s have ended their all-star seasons. They did a good job representing us, but they fell to Henry County. So Henry County advanced to the state championships in those age groups. So now we'll turn to our spring season. So got a lot going on. It always feels like we're swimming upstream this time of year trying to organize all this stuff, but our staff does a good job of getting everything organized and laid out for you. It is a great detail of the things that and all the pieces that go into place to make sure this thing comes off seamlessly, and all the facilities are ready to go, and all the schedules are set. We play on over 20 baseball and softball fields any given night, so it's a lot of little moving pieces that go on with the recreation department. And again, the athletic staff does a good job, the maintenance staff does a good job getting them prepared, and then it all comes together, and hopefully it looks like that things run like they're supposed to. So get out, visit your parks, and let us know if there's anything that we need to do or fail to do, or let us know if we've done something right. That's sometimes even better to hear. So until next time, and remember, sportsmanship starts at home. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're staying busy here at the center. We're starting to get some warmer weather, and that really picks traffic up around here. So we're really wide open right now. I know I say it almost every time I'm on here, but it's already started. Still have quite a number of cars that come down. They're looking to get rid of some shrubs they've cut back, and grass clippings, and getting up the last of the leaves and things like that, and they're getting all the way down here, and we're having to turn them around. So once again, I just wanted to remind everyone that all of those items, things like grass clippings, leaves, limbs, shrubs, anything like that, need to go to an inert landfill. And we do have several located throughout the county. Feel free to give us a call. We could get you the number and the location to the one nearest to you, so we'll help you out all we can. But we really don't like having to turn people away that come all the way out here to see us, and then we're unable to take what they have. So Just remember those items go to an inert. We cannot accept them here, and we will have to just turn you around if you show up out here with those items. Going forward, as we're starting to work towards Earth Day a little bit, we do have an event planned for Saturday, April 17th. We're going to do another document destruction on that date. It's from 9 to 11. It'll be here at the recycling center. We'll be in the cul-de-sac. It's pretty easy just to pull through. Some of us and we'll help unload your vehicle. You don't even really have to get out unless you want to. And we'll take care of any unwanted documents you have. It's a really good opportunity to get rid of some of those documents that you've held on to for a long time, but you want to make sure they don't get into the wrong hands. There's even a camera on the side of the truck to where, you know, if you're really concerned about some of the documents, you can watch as they shred all of those documents right in front of you. So again, that will be Saturday, April 17th from 9 to 11. Give us a call out here at the center if you have any questions about the event. Our number out here is 770-267-1421. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have about the event that day. Fast forward past that, we do have an application in with the state for a tire amnesty event. We were not able to get that done around Earth Day like we wanted to. It's just going to take a little more time to get that up and going. But we are looking at a target date of May for our tire amnesty event, and we are planning to do a week-long tire amnesty. We're just waiting for the final approval on that, and as soon as we get it, we'll start advertising, and I'll let you know more. But we are pretty excited about that. Anytime we can get help and help citizens to take tires for free, it's a really big deal to us. Tires are one of the most littered items in the state. Is because they're so hard to get rid of. They're not exactly cheap to get rid of, even if you know someone that does take them. So when we are reimbursed from the state and can accept those for free, it's a really big deal. It's been, you know, we've had a lot of participation in the past, and we look forward to doing that again. Again, I'll keep you posted on that going forward. Like I always say, if you have any questions about recycling, or you have some litter questions or problems or concerns, any other environmental questions, feel free to give us a call. You can come out and see us. We'll walk you through, show you what we do here, do our best to answer any questions you have. Just give us a call, come on out and see us, and until next time, take care.
Monroe Country Day School's mission is to inspire every student to have a passion for academic and personal excellence through creative learning, independent thinking, and selfless service to others. Students are exposed to the local community and provided opportunities for independent thinking.
What will you do with all the dirt?
Some of the dirt you see has been hauled over here because they're going to have to build the finished floor, the elevation of the building, so that it's got to have the right kind of soil that will compact and tighten up for the footings of the building.
Monroe Country Day School values the whole child. Therefore, we believe in a holistic and integrated approach that involves the development of the student academically, personally, and socially. Monroe Country Day School believes that creative learning produces independent thinking and fosters a love of learning. Excellence is applied to all that we do. We strive to foster students that are pursuing strong academic and personal excellence. Project-based education is integrated into our curriculum.
When we go back in the classroom, we need the combined weight of you guys, because we've got to figure our bridge, our mass bridge weight ratio, okay? You got to figure out how much weight it was that finally broke your bridge, okay?
We need a scale for that.
And then on Monday, we're going to redesign. We figured out where some of our flaws are. We're going to spend another week redesigning, all right?
Monroe Country Day School offers personalized education that begins with the personal knowledge of each student academically and each student's personal story. We believe that taking personal responsibilities for one's academic and personal choices produces strong, independent, capable, and confident citizens. Students are taught responsibility for self, peers, and community. Through service to one's peers and community, an equipped leader finds personal growth and fulfillment. We facilitate this leadership through providing experiences of service. Respect is the basis for good dialogue, independent thinking, and mutual enjoyment of life lived in community. Monroe Country Day School is designed for families who see the value of educating the whole child. Monroe Country Day School will reach its mission by maintaining small class sizes, offering project-based learning and a high-level curriculum, and by providing service opportunities in an aesthetically pleasing environment. Monroe Country Day School has positioned itself to produce a community of young people who are strong in mind and character and living as contributing members in their community. For more information, please contact Mandy Wellington, Admissions Director, at 770-267-8955.
Hi, welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts. We have our elementary school show. Every year I say this is my favorite show. It's just fabulous. It's the happiest, definitely the happiest and most creative show of the year. Just a fabulous show. I think we have 8. I won't try to list them because I'll forget. But I believe we have 8 schools represented in this year's show, both public and private schools. So come and see the show. It ends March 18th, so it's only here for a few more days. So be sure to catch that show before it leaves us. The next show after this one is the high school show, and then we will host the Congressional Art Contest. So that's just kind of an overview of the next couple of months through the end of April. So please do come in and see the show. You may have a child or a grandchild or a friend's child in the show. It's just a happy, feel-good show. One of the things that you'll notice when you come in is that we're working on revamping our entire gift shop area with new shelves. The labor has been donated to us, so they were very inexpensive to us to make. And we just appreciate the efforts of Joanne and Tom Niemer, and also Rebecca Braswell and her husband Chris, who have helped us build these shelves. They're just great. A nice, good, cohesive, clean look to the shelves. Be sure to come in when you come in to get a class list. It has everything going on in March on it. I think the newest thing is we have 2 now, Paint and Pizzas. And so Paint and Pizza is our kids class. It's usually once a month, but it's gotten so popular we've had to add a second date for the last 2 months. So if this continues, it'll be a permanent thing, that instead of it just being on the first Saturday, it will be on the first and third Saturday of most months. This month, the painting is this blue butterfly, a pretty spring butterfly, and Paint and Pizza is $25. It includes all the supplies, of course, pizza and a drink, and 2 hours of instruction by Donna Kaufman, our education chair, and it's from 12 to 2 on the first and third Saturdays. So that's the next one coming up will be March 20th. and it's $25. You do have to pre-register in advance because the seats do sell out, and we're limiting the number of seats that we sell as well. So if you email us or email Donna, you can email her at donna@monroeartguild.org, or just call us or visit our website. You'll learn everything that you need to know. Our website's monroewaltonarts.org. So that's Pain and Pizza. The other thing we have coming up is Sip and Paint, and I couldn't find the painting. It's also Blue Butterfly. It's also taught by Donna Kaufman, and it will be on March 19th. That's on the third Friday of each month, and it's from 7 to 9 p.m. Just as an example, I brought down this. I think this will be the April painting. This is not March's painting. This, I believe, will be coming up in April. But again, if you go to our website, monroewaltonarts.org, you'll see photographs of whatever the painting is each month, both for Paint and Pizza and for Sip and Paint. And Sip and Paint, of course, is for adults only, and it's on the third Friday of each month. And like I said, this, I believe, will be coming up in April. The March painting is also a Blue Butterfly, but it's, of course, a different Blue Butterfly from the Paint and Pizza one. Also, if you come in, we have our new little rack cards. They show you our classes, our website, and our shows coming up for the rest of the year. It's a nice little reminder. Stick it on your fridge. It has our phone number, has our website on it, and the list of shows. Also a reminder that we're doing the home tour in December. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We're doing that in December. And in May, on May 15th, we're offering a garden tour. And we're super excited about that. It will have 7 home gardens featured, lovely, beautiful gardens. We're trying to make it kind of an immersive experience with some education and some painting going on. So many of the gardens will also have plein air painters situated in the gardens painting, and also master gardeners and other expert gardeners offering advice and help and information. So I know one of our experts is a beekeeper, and she will be discussing, what plants to plant to attract bees, do's and don'ts to attract bees and pollinators into your garden. So it will be a really fun, immersive, positive, beautiful experience. That's on May 15th. We're looking for volunteers as well, and volunteers will work half the day, and the other half of the day they get a free ticket to see the gardens. So if you're interested in volunteering with us that day, please give us a call, 770-207-8937. Would love to talk to you about that opportunity to help that day. And especially if you love gardens, love flowers, know a little bit about them, we'd love to have you as a volunteer. So we'll have 7 home gardens, plus we'll have 3 unique specialty gardens, we're calling them, that are public gardens, but will be a lot of fun to visit that day as well. So that's on May 15th. So come in, see us, get the new rack cards, see the elementary show, take a look at the new shop as we're still doing a little touch up on it and finishing it up. Get our class list for March. There's always something good and fun going on here. We will have a Saturday soiree in March. I almost forgot that. That will be March 20th. And we will have 2, at this time we have 2 drop-in workshops scheduled. One is a pottery workshop. We try to have those at every single soiree. And at that workshop, Rebecca will be helping you build a box that could be a planter, it could be kind of a catch-all, If you put a hole in it, in the bottom, it could be a planter. You could put succulents in it, anything that you want. So that will be the pottery project. And then we will have Julie here with her beads, and she will be letting you make the beaded bracelets that she's so good at. She'll have thousands of beads for you to choose from. And both of those workshops are for all ages. And for our soiree workshops, you do not have to pre-register. You just come, show up, pick and choose what you want to do, and have a good time. So we will see you soon.
Growing up in the South, I knew the value of that summer garden. A lot of us have busy lives now and can't have a garden. So if you don't want to eat out of a can, you either go pick it yourself at a farm, or you can take a short drive to the Crow's Nest.
Well, the Crow's Nest started on a whim. We decided that this end of town needed a little produce, and there are several farmers out here that we buy local from, and we just decided to come closer to them. And Kim Crow, who owns the Crow's store next door, was gracious enough to rent this for us, and we got started 4 years ago. Well, we carry a lot of seasonal, which is your local squash, zucchini, tomatoes, okra, beans, and cantaloupe, watermelons, anything that we can find that's local we'll get.
What really took me back was the smell. When you walk in this place, it is delicious to your nose. All of the fruits and the vegetables mixed together, it is amazing. Then when you walk through here, you see all this fresh produce, the fresh vegetables and the fresh fruit. It is amazing. I loaded up with some sweet corn, and it was delicious. I'll definitely go back. This is a great place. I recommend.
The difference is freshness, and we strive to have the freshest produce in town.
We go to the market about every other day to get fresh.
Correct. And we get it local from our farmers. And the freshness has a better taste because grocery stores shelf, and that takes all the vitamins and the freshness out of it. So buying local is the best way to go. The dog is our mascot, and she's here every day. We have a lot of customers that really come to see her, not us. And her name is Raya.
Creative artists can offer you a wide range of video production. Call the experts and discuss your project today, whether it's your special event or your company. Creative Artist, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist produces this program you're watching. Call Creative Artist today, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist, they'll put you in the spotlight. Welcome to Focus. This segment is an opportunity for us to focus on what matters with people, places, and things. I'm your photographer, Darrell Everidge.
And on this episode of Focus, I am honored to have with me today Vietnam vet Stan Walton, who was once the commander here at the Loganville American Legion, who is the co-founder of Ride for America. Tell us a little bit about all that.
Well, it's was all of the things that I do, I try to keep in mind to continue to serve my country, and I feel like by being a part of the American Legion, it was very rewarding for me, and I still feel like that I'm serving my country. I feel like I'm helping the current military and veterans and the families of both. That's one of the reasons I felt like that I wanted to climb the ladder, so to speak. I started out as a member of this post back 15 years ago. And the main reason I started out as a part of this post was just to be an American Legion rider. and you have to be in a part of the, to be in the American Legion Riders, you have to be a member of the Legion. But I soon found out that the Legion is a big business and it helps a lot of, and I call it a business because truthfully it is. But I also felt like that, there was more than just riding our motorcycles and doing what we do as Legion Riders.
And just looking at some of your awards and some of your badges here, you have the Bronze Star, you have the Good Conduct Ribbon, the National Defense Ribbon, the Vietnam Service Ribbon, and the Purple Heart. Tell us about that.
Well, we jokingly say that the Purple Heart was awarded to people that forgot to duck. But I was an infantryman in Vietnam, went to Vietnam in early November of 1968, and I served 14 months in Vietnam. Matter of fact, I can remember coming home from Vietnam on December the 31st, 1969. I was coming down the expressway, 85 here in Atlanta, where my sister and brother-in-law picked me up and from the airport, and when 69 turned over to 70. It was a big day for me. But I tell you the little bit about Vietnam. Coming home from Vietnam is I read a lot of emails and got a lot of buddies that float emails and that sort of thing now, and those guys joke about some of the things we did, and some of the things we did we don't think should be a joke at all. But I often say that by my record of making it back home is something that I feel like I was definitely blessed, but also a little lucky, because I don't feel like you serve 14 months as an infantryman and come home and not have a little bit of luck. It wasn't that I was that good, I was just that lucky and blessed.
Do you remember that day that you stepped foot back in America?
I do. It was December the 30th, and I come back through Seattle, Washington, and we got back from Vietnam, and it was late in the afternoon. I thought I was going to get on home that evening, but it wasn't meant to be. It was a little bit late in the day, and so we got our traditional steak dinner, and we had to spend the night there, and the next day they took and cleared our records to where we could go home from there. And coming home, it was quite an experience back in late 69, early 70. I had a guy that I was in khakis and a field jacket, because again it's in the winter. That the guy told me, he said, "Do you have any civilian clothes?" One of the last things he told me once he zeroed me out, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "I think I do in my duffel bag." He said, "Well, you might want to put that on." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you may want to kill somebody before you can get home." And I found that very disappointing, because I was proud of what I had done and proud that I had made it home. My family was proud of me, and I really wanted to come home and not brag, but walk with my chest stuck out, so to speak, for a good while. But that wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be, because during those years, there was too many people that were protesting and calling us baby killers and that sort of thing. So it was very disappointing to me. But our due has come around, and nowadays we get a lot of thank yous and welcome homes and that sort of thing. So.
And with the way that society is going now, and with the younger generation, do you think they're putting servicemen and the flag itself on the back burner?
I would have to say the young guys now aren't as big into the Legion as we were in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. because the social media now is so big that they can find out, the answers to questions that they have so much easier. And a lot of those guys that are coming home now are people that definitely touch my heart, and I'm very emotional about these guys in the sense that, I was 19 years old, when I first went to Vietnam, and then come home a young man too. But some of these guys that are serving now are on up in age and have children, because the National Guard at one point was, definitely taking care of our country. And I feel for those guys, but those guys have got children to raise and get through school and on through college and that sort of thing. So it's kind of tough to take and criticize those guys, but they're not that much interested in the Legion. I think if they found out, what the Legion does, then I think that it would help a little bit, but that's our fault for not educating those guys and getting more information out to them. I understand that, there's still a lot of suicides. I heard the other day that we got it at one point, it got up to 22 a day. Now, a lot of people find that that maybe is a far stretch, but you can Google it or work on it however you would like to find out about it, and you find out that it's true. But just recently I heard it went down to 20. That's still too many. One is too many, but that's too many.
What do you think can be done to change people's minds about respecting the flag? And what are your thoughts on some of the athletes and some of those that take a knee when the national anthem's being played?
Well, I last year was the first year that I went all fall and winter long without watching a National League football game, a pro football game. I don't know that whether I punished myself or whether I made a statement or whatnot, but I know that keeping in touch with the people that I served with in Vietnam that made it home are, we all tuck and did that sort of thing. Even I've got a friend that lives just the other side of New Orleans, and as you know, New Orleans played some good football this past year. What I read about him. So, but he stuck to his guns and didn't watch them either. But those guys, I feel like, could find a different way to protest and get their meanings out, their word out and their message out in a different way. Because kneeling when the flag is displayed and when we play the national anthem, it's just, to me, it's degrading our country. It's not really what I think the message that they want to convey.
Well, tell us what you think the future is for the American Legion and for VFW and for all of these type of organizations that support the veteran.
I'm not sure. I think that's a great question, and I hesitate to think about the American Legion no longer being here to help our veterans and the families of those veterans, because again, we do so many good things for the people that we find out that needs help. But I've had people that Legionnaires actually, that some of my friends that tell me that they feel that the Legion's dying, and truthfully, I didn't get bitter to them, but I told them I was disappointed in them. I feel like that if we continue to work and work hard, we can take and get our word out, and that we're here to help those people. There's so many good things that are out there. The American Legion Riders, quite a number of years ago, started a college fund called the National Legacy College Scholarship Fund. And that College Scholarship Fund is for children of fallen veterans since 9/11. That is a big deal. how could you not take and feel good about that? A mom or a dad, and there have been ladies that was in the service that lost their life, but a mom or dad that lost their life, and to know that what can we do to help those people? What can we do? Well, that's one big thing that we can do. We can make sure that the National Legacy College Scholarship Fund continues to have plenty of money in it, because some of those people are having children that's not anywhere near college age yet. So we got to make sure that money's there for those people. So I think that if we told those people, if we got our message out better, and this, I know I keep alluding to that, but there's a lot of work to be done in the American Legion, and a lot of fun to be had too. I mean, it's not all work. We have fun at some of our meetings. We have Saturday night dances. We have Friday nights that we might have a cold drink, an adult beverage, or a glass of tea, whatever you would have. But and there's a lot of camaraderie right here at our post. So I would really like to think that those guys, or I hope that those guys don't think that if they come and they join the American Legion, are they going to be treated like the young guy of the post that has to take out the trash or do something like that. That's not the way it is. But how do you convey that to those guys? How do you get their interest up? And we've done studies to try to get more of the younger people into the post, because again, we worry about the direction of the Legion right now. During my term as commander, it was one of the first times that we've hit our quota on memberships, and I think it was like 7, 8 years. Last year, we failed to meet it by only just a few members, and we worked so hard to make that happen, but it just didn't happen. So this year, we're hoping that we can meet our membership goal. Our goal is set by the state of Georgia, and it comes down from state level. National tells the state what they would like to see when it comes to membership, and then the state level officers tell the district level officers, district level officers tell the local. And so what we're trying to do is make sure it's fair for everybody. There's a lot of research that they can find out about the how many citizens actually live in the area of your post, So it takes a lot of work, but again, we are trying hard to make sure that we continue to try to keep the Legion alive and have fun while we're doing it, because again, if it's all work, no play, I got a feeling that people won't be interested in it. And we do a lot of things to try to make sure that the children of those people, we even thought about, and we do have special times for those children, maybe not as often as we should, but we even thought about maybe having nursery on a Saturday night or something like that, so that the young people could come to the post and have fun. But so far we hadn't implicated that, but we're open for ideas on how we can make the younger veterans interested in the American Legion, because it's definitely, I feel like it's a good thing. I've been, should have been more involved before I was, but for the last 15 years I've been involved, and really wish that I could do more.
What do you think about the way you hear all these shootings going on right now, a lot of violence in America, and you got one side saying take everybody's gun away, and then you got some saying don't blame the gun. What, as a service person, someone who's been in a war and fought the enemy, what do you think about that? People fighting amongst themselves in their own country.
I have different opinions on that. One of the opinions is it's going to be definitely difficult to try to combat these young guys that want the notoriety of killing a lot of people. and this may sound strange, but I'd love to see better control of video games, not better control of guns or sort of weapons. You know, to military men, a weapon that's of military style is something that they enjoy having. I don't think gun control is the answer, because when the old saying, when guns are outlawed, only the outlaws will have guns, I really believe that. You know, if a person wants to gain access to a gun, he's going to find out a way to get that gun. And a lot of people are talking now about the ammo clips, you know, the 20 and 30 and 40 round clips, that sort of thing. You know, I don't think that's the answer either, because if, you know, a lot of the military style weapons come with a 8 or 10 round clip anyway. So how easy is it to push the release and pop in another one? You know, I don't think that's the answer. I did hear of another senator talking about maybe we should have better control on how we take and let people buy multiple rounds of ammo. And, you know, I don't know. I really feel like it's the young people that feel that they're not a part of their peer group more so than anything. I'm not sure that I agree with the red flag either. I just don't know. I wish that I had a better answer for you, and I think that there's some people out there that's much more intelligent than I that maybe could have the discussion that you and I are having here now, and maybe come up with some kind of answer, because we do need to talk about it. We don't need to criticize each other. Our country is so strong. You know, I can remember after 9/11, I was going on a trip up to, I think it was Knoxville, Nashville, somewhere in Tennessee, going up the expressway, and some of our military vehicles were coming south. You know, and there was convoys of military coming south, and there were people on the bridges waving at those guys. How good does that make you feel? How good does that make you feel? It made me feel great. Because we come home from Vietnam and we hid that we was even part of Vietnam. But those guys were being applauded and people waving and proud of them. And so was I. So was I. Because it's just, when you do a job, when you make a commitment to your country, and a lot of people can't understand the commitment that they're making, you know, to our country. It's, to me, it's sad that nowadays that people just don't understand the commitment that they're making, and not necessarily that they're making commitments where they may go over to Afghanistan or wherever in the Middle East and could lose their life. You know, they're putting their life on the line. But you know, think about it again, and we talked about it earlier. Think about these guys who've got children, and they leaving those children. How do those children understand? You know, my dad's gone, you know, and he's not going to be back for 12 months or whatever. So to me, we need to have better understanding of what the military is about nowadays and how the military operates. But it's kind of sad when we have our two parties that are accusing one side of something and the other side is accusing people of something else. And I just think that, again, there's too many intelligent people that are serving. Most of them, let's put it that way. There's some that I kind of got my doubts about in the Congress now, but there's there's some smart people that are congressmen and senators and our president, our vice president, on down. You know, there's a lot of people that are very intelligent that could maybe put their heads together rather than taking and being disappointed in what one says and what the other one said back. And let's take and pull our country back together. And our country is pulled together before in, like my whole point up here, after 9/11, our country pulled together big time. Big time. And I think that if we tried hard, we can combat these young guys that feel like they got to go out and kill these people. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad. You know, the one guy that I'm not going to use any names, not that I even know their names, but the one guy that surrendered, I'll tell you this, he's a coward. He's a coward. He wanted to kill people, but he didn't want to die. You know, our military wants to go and do good things. Do they want to die? No, but they're dying. You know, they're dying every day. You know, so, you know, this guy, to think that he was so good, you know, he killed all these people, but yet when our policemen, and bless those guys, you know, but when our policeman approached him and he gave up, he's a coward. He's a coward. You know, so that's kind of how I feel about those kind of shootings. And I'm not sure that I wouldn't want to take and put laws on the video games that, because some of those things are so real. When they go around those military video games, and I've heard that some guys get hooked on them so bad that they gotta do it every day. You know, when they get home in the afternoons, they got to do it every day. So that maybe is one of the answers, but there's a lot of difference in going and actually killing somebody. Believe me, I know. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and it's something that you have to live with for the rest of your life, and it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's not just a part thing. I can turn that TV off, but once you go out and start shooting people, you committed a big time crime, and you've taken a person's life or people's life, and it's not something that can be undone.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. I appreciate what you're doing too, making the people aware of our veterans, because I know that I read an article the other day that I thought was really good, and it was about a mayor that wanted to put mayors all over the state, and every city wanted to get them together to help our active military now, to make sure that we combated the young people that are taking their lives. And I told Ray about it, our mayor here in Loganville, and I think that it's a good thing that we could put that sort of program together.
You see the plane and you don't quite get the sense of what it's like when you see it static, but when you see it fly and you actually, you know, can get in the aircraft and sense that there's, you know, it's not like a modern 747 or something like that where it's a sealed aircraft. It's completely open. It's, you know, nothing between you and the outside except a thin layer of aluminum. So we just, you know, want people to realize that, you know, these guys went through pretty horrible conditions. You know, people shooting at them, flak going off. Freezing temperatures. I mean, at altitudes of, you know, 25, 30,000 feet, it could be anywhere from -30 to -60 degrees. So all they had is, you know, just electrically heated suits to keep them warm. And, you know, if those went out, it was pretty miserable conditions.
First off, my name is Ray Fowler. I'm the Liberty Foundation Chief Pilot. Thank you. This is a great turnout. This is the first stop of our 2013 season with the Memphis Belle, and I see some familiar faces that flew with us last time we're out here, which is great.
was a gunnery instructor at Tyndall Field at Panama City, and I instructed the B-24, but the B-24 was in such demand because it would haul more bombs and was a little faster, etc. So we used B-17s to train the students, and so that's how I flew on the B-17.
Well, of course, the first invasion I made was Sicily with the British. That was exciting. We got hit there pretty good. The next one was D-Day, and the next one was southern France. And then 30 days later, we went into Holland.
We're out in a local town, and they got a farmer's market, but they also have Tiger, the counting horse. So let's go visit Tiger and see if he can count. So we're out here with the counting horse, and I guess it's Tiger, and you've been watching a little bit of this. What do you think about this?
I'm totally amazed. Yesterday, my husband went and talked with Albert, the owner, and he came home and told me about this horse. So it was such a good story that we decided to come over this morning and watch Tiger so I could see him, you know, for myself. And not only is it just a beautiful horse, but I'm just amazed at the sensitivity and the fact that he can do whatever he's asked to do. Now, I've seen a few of the tricks, but I heard all the stories yesterday, but I'm totally just overwhelmed because that horse is beautiful. And so the relationship between he and Albert is just wonderful.
Okay, Tiger, what do he have?
Okay, Albert, so you've got this amazing horse. Tell us a little bit about the history, how this came about.
Well, the way this came about is from a dream of a kid that I always wanted to buy mama a horse and raise me a baby and train him. But this, when this happened and Tiger were born, what I had in mind, it was far away from what he's doing now, because I wanted to train him to be more like a race horse. But he, from a baby, he always would count. Let Tiger see it. Tiger, what is that? 7. After what? After what?
Tiger was like, the first day he was born, he was like counting. And then we stayed at the barn all day waiting on Tiger. Went to the house for 15 minutes, come back, Tiger was here. And the minute Tiger got so he could stand up, he was counting. And I'm like, baby, what is he doing? You must have a little mule or something. Tiger been counting ever since then. So he just like, I don't know, it's just like something that he inherited. I don't know.
So that was Tiger, the counting horse, who counted great. You could tell girls from boys. He's just an amazing horse.